Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the P.43, the Tier 5 Italian medium tank. It's located on the southwest spawn of Live Oaks and it's under the command of ProvoBob. And yes, there is a kangaroo on the side of his turret because he's an Aussie and he's on the Asia server. The Asia server doesn't have that many players, so that's why in this battle there's only 6 live players on both sides and the rest are bots. Now you can identify a bot because they have a semicolon in front of their name, so that Type 95 you see there, that's a bot. Now the P.43, developed during the war, it's only actually appeared as a wooden mock-up, but it was supposed to be armed with a 75mm gun and was basically, you might say in many ways, the Italian version of a Panther, because it's got angled armour at the front but not as heavily angled as the Panther. Now it never actually got built, but of course Italy surrendered in 1943 and they really didn't have an industry to actually build tanks after the war. So they spent a lot of time just rebuilding their industry and starting manufacturing goods again which they could export. Now the P.43 with the top gun, and this is the top 75mm gun, will do 110 alpha, penetrating 118mm of armor with standard AP, and with the APCR it goes up to 146. This is a tier 5 game with tier 4 tanks in it, so he really only needs the standard AP, and he's got plenty of that in the form of 35 AP rounds, only 16 APCR. If you've seen his previous battles in this tank, you know that he actually is very careful to switch to the right ammunition for the right target, so he doesn't waste any credits. On occasion though, he does burn through all of the armor piercing ammo, and that means that he ends up having to use the APCR by default. He's also carrying a number of HE rounds, and the HE rounds will actually do quite a bit of damage. They'll do... Oh, popped up. Yes, they'll do 175 alpha and they penetrate 38mm of armor. And we've got a DW2 turning up here. You'll easily pen that with the AP. Playing peek-a-boom. It's a bot. Now, just because it's a bot does not mean it won't respond with APCR if it needs to. Some of these bots are very, very clever. Well, he fires one in. DW2's got a 5cm gun, but it's really basically totally outmatched by the 75mm, and if he pops out again he'll get the kill on that guy. Oh! Just a little too late, I spoke too soon, and he misses out the kill on DW for the moment, but if he pops his head round the corner he should be able to claim that one. Where's he gone? He was here a minute ago. Where did he go? I think he's teleported up to the mothership. Where did he go? That's a mystery. Spots a leopard going through the frame rather. There's the DW. Oh, we drove a little way away, but he gets him with one shot. Okay, the enemy's now responding and we've got a Lux coming in. It's a bot. He's armed with a 3cm gun, or is it the 5cm? Takes him out anyway. Okay, leopard. Couldn't see the outline there. I think he was just too far away to actually get a good outline, but he might be able to get him now. That one didn't hit the target, wasn't aimed directly, but he gets that one in. I think it is a bot. Ricochets off that one. Tries to get the engine bay, but the guy's moving. Now the one he needs to watch out for is that Valiant. That's a real player and he could do some serious damage, but he's behind those buildings so we don't have to worry about him. But we can take out this B1, which is a bot. Pumping rounds in. Nice. Easy pen with the 75mm. Fortunately, can't get that next shot in. And here comes the Wolverine. Now that is a bot, but he can certainly bully this guy and take him out the game. Takes him. Did take some damage though. Only one shot. That's only going to track the B1. If he moves into frame, yep, this will get him. Nice. Got another enemy tank just behind that building. Or is it? No, that was an Arty round that missed him. Sorry, I thought it was an enemy tank. There's the T67 disappearing into the distance. That's a live player. And he took a round from an M8A1. Yeah, he needs to get under cover because that M8A1 can see him and is firing on him. You can see some of the damage that the enemy is doing to those buildings, so they're definitely trying to hit him. Yeah, this is the wise move at this point. He can't see those guys, so there's no point in him advancing. If he does, he'll just get cut down by their fire. Not when there's an M8A1 and a T67. What he needs to do is be very clever and move around, outflank those guys, come at them from a different angle. And the best way to do that is to deal with the Valiant and the Leopard. On the other hand, he could go all the way back to base, go around the railway line and come up on them from a different angle. I have the feeling that's exactly what he's going to do. I wouldn't stay up on this ridgeline though. I go low. Use the ridgeline to protect you. You don't know where the Valiant and the Leopard are. If they can see you at any moment, they'll shoot at you if they can. Yeah, you can see that Leopard's over there. He can see you. That's a bot. Accurate shot. Guy pulls into cover straight away. Unfortunately, those buildings are non-destructible ones. But over there in the swamp, we can see that's a bot. Panzer 3J. Take him out. One shot. Yes! 5 kills. One more, he gets the top gun. That is a live player. An M10 RBFM. Keep pumping those rounds in. You're firing APCR, but I'd switch to HE now because you're going to need those APCR if you ever come across the Valiant. Switch to HE. There's the Valiant. No, you can't see him yet. He's still behind those buildings. There's the M10. Okay, you can hit that guy with HE and take him out that way. But he fires another APCR in. He's a one shot. Go for the kill. Gets it. Top gun. Well, in the last game he got an ace and a high caliber. Potentially he's got the high caliber already because he's done 2,131 hit points of damage. And of course now he's got a top gun as well. But the game's not over yet. There's still 3 enemies. They've just killed the Valiant. And the bots were killing that Valiant. That's a live player taken out by... Oh, in fact, actually, the KV-1 was a live player as well. So some of them were bots, though. He's now trying to outflank this T-67. Remember I said about the M8A1 and the T-67. He needed to outflank them in order to get at them. He doesn't want to let them see him coming. And I would switch to the HE. There you go. Get one shot in. That's impressive. Shot on the move. Whilst he's moving and the T-67's moving, he gets a nice accurate shot. He's getting spotting assist for the M8A1. There he is. He's on the move as well. Line up a shot. Nope, didn't get that one in, but he's stopped. Yes! He's tracked. He's tracked. Go for him. Go for him. Oh! I don't know what he did there, but his aim drifted. And now he's being hit by the T-67, who recognises that he's a bigger threat than some of the other tanks. Everyone's closing in on T-67 now, and now he's using the ground, the topography to his advantage, because he can creep up without being spotted by that T-67. But as he crests the rise here, he will be seen once he goes over the railway track, and he'll start drawing fire. There he is, and one shot finishes him off and wins the game. for ProvoBob. I wonder how he did in this game. Let's have a look at the end of battle results and see how well he did. Well, it's another ace tanker, but this time, in fact, this was his first ace tanker, so this game must have come before the other one that he did the last time on Arctic region, because you only get the scrolls once, and he already had them on the other one, so, oh, he didn't have them on the other one. So this must have been the first one, and I've mixed up the replays a bit, or maybe he sent them in the wrong order. But anyway, he managed to get a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a sharpshooter for getting at least 10 or more consecutive hits on the enemy, a master gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating shots in a row, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from 4 different enemies, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 15. Now, he also picked up a couple of Battle Hero medals. He got a high caliber, just like he did in the other one. But this time around, he got a top gun as well for getting at least 6 kills. In fact, he ended up with 7. If he got 1 more kill, he would have got a Radley Waters out of this one. And his win rate was much, much higher in this one, 17,349. And as some people, other experts have actually pointed out, to increase your win rate from 12,000 like it was, or I think it was 13,000 the last time he played, to get it to 17,000 is a matter of a couple of shots. It only takes that extra few shots to make the difference and score a much higher win rate. Let's have a look at the team scores and see where he stands. Well, as you can see, there was a rather lack of real players in the game. There was only 6 on each side that were real. But ProvoBob was the highest scorer with 2,515. The next high scorer being the T67 on the enemy team. Yes, they're dangerous one. 1,216 to him. And then 1,131 to our T67, who also got a Confederate. When it came to kills, ProvoBob got the highest number with 7. The next highest scorers being only 2 for the T67, KV1 and the T67 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got the top in that one, so he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,257 base for him, the only player to get over 1,000. 577 for the KV1, 571 for the T67. He fired 45 rounds of ammunition in that game, got 33 direct hits and 27 penetrations. Damage of 2,515, of which 80 was at more than 300 meters. He received 7 hits from the enemy, 4 of which penetrated, 1 non-penetration and 2 hits by way of splash. 115 hit points of damage blocked by armor. Spotted 2 enemy vehicles, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 7, and did 329 hit points of damage assistance. I think that's spotting assist actually in this one. 45,261 credits on a premium count, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away a profit this time of 12,430. Yes, he was more careful about which ammo he was actually using on the enemy, although at the end he did actually fire APCR into the M10 RBFM, and he might have done better just firing the standard HE, because I'm pretty sure that would have gone through the side of the M10 and not only actually hit him, but it would have blown him up a lot quicker, because of course it does more damage per shot. 1,885 XP times 2 for the first victory took away 3,771 altogether. So a very good score, even if this was the first replay and the previous one, the Arctic region one, was the second. It still shows consistency in this tank, and this is a pretty awful tank, I think, by most people's agreement. The P.43 is not the best Italian tank, but he does very well in it. And so yes, I think we're probably going to be seeing some more P.43 replays, because I think ProvoBob was sending us a lot of replays at the time. So you probably will see the P.43 again in action. If you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. And thanks for watching.